Let's see how
Alright,
that
and
works out.
looks like they're starting now. So Alex's stream is about a second ahead. We'll see if we can get that synced. Okay, I guess we have Hattok's audio. Alright, so far looking relatively clean for prepared. Interesting that Hattok plays zoomed out on PAL. Most people prefer zoomed in. Oh my goodness. So breaknrox actually glitched through the tunnel, which almost never happens, especially when you're playing safe like that. So that's a really, really unfortunate, not even a mistake really, that's just something that happens every once in a while. So Hattok now is a huge lead because when that happens to you, you get put before the tunnel, kind of to the side of it, so you're losing a bunch of time.
Oh man, that is so unfortunate. I think the exact same thing happened against me in the match between Alex and me. So this is like crazy unlucky that he gets this 2 times in a row.
Yeah, so all Hattok really needs to do now is, even if he doesn't take the tunnel jump on lap 3, he would be fine. The only way breaknrox has a chance now is if Hattok glitches through, which is very unlikely.
Yeah, let's see if Hattok can pull this through.
Alright, he looks good, so Hattok will be taking track 1. These sets are best of 7 races, and there are maximum of 5 sets. So the first person to 3 sets wins. Alright, let's adjust the score. +1 for Hattok. Oh, I did the wrong one. Never mind. Yeah. Sorry, I did. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we're waiting on Alex's pick. Alright, he's going to Royal Raceway.
Okay, I will do the countdown.
Okay. So Royal Raceway is a smart pick for breaknrox because this track has pretty low variance to it. And it's also longer, so it definitely usually favors a higher ranked player, which would be breaknrox in this case.
Yeah, exactly. We will see though, there are a couple of tricky parts, so maybe Hattok has a chance if breaknrox messes up a part like in the last track. But I don't want to curse him, of course. Okay, chat says we are getting double audio. I switched to breaknrox audio, that's I think by accident.
Oh, that's okay. We might as well switch it every once in a while. It looks like the runners are pretty synced. I turned my own computer audio down. I don't know if that's what it was.
Okay.
Very interesting that Hattok plays zoomed out. I've almost never seen that in PAL.
Yeah, actually I did that for quite a while. I don't know why, but I started speedrunning like this with zoomed out PAL. And then I think it was you actually who told me that's weird that you play zoomed out.
Yeah.
And then I changed.
I remember that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so breaknrox doing a mini turbo that Hattok isn't doing before the shroom. The mushroom is one of the spots that you can crash on. They both were fine on lap 1. Seemed like Rox missed the mini turbo before the ramp. So maybe Hattok has a small lead.
Yeah, Hattok hit some grass, I think, on the way, so it is pretty even.
Streams are pretty synced, I think, so we should get a sense here. So yeah, Rox actually has a 0.1 lead, but then did he not go for the SSMTs there?
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Alright, so Rox definitely had a better hill cut. That is another one of the spots of variance on this track. If you try to be too aggressive, you can actually hit the wall and turn around. That didn't happen, thankfully. Still a pretty close race. Had
I
a
have to
pretty
say,
risky shrimp here.
I'm very, very impressed with Hattok's driving here.
Yeah, looking good.
Pretty clean.
So they got to the ramp at exactly the same time on the restream. We'll see if maybe Rox has a slight lead. Oh, he didn't get a jump into the grass there, so that's going to cost him. Hattok definitely, I would say, taking the lead now. Let's get confirmation. Okay, he's actually pretty close. I think the distance was 0.07 now. He gained 300s there. A very close race. See if Hattok can get a better hill cut here. Okay, slightly better. I think Rox's was still better, though, than his.
Yeah, it looks like it. But no major mistakes so far, so players seem to be warmed up quite well. Both players going for the
They're both streaming for a little while before this, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hattok started like 1.5 or 2 hours ago. I think breaknrox pretty much the same.
Alright, yeah, Rock's definitely driving a little bit better in lap 3. Looks like he's gonna take it. And, yeah, track 2 goes to breaknrox.
Nice. Very good job. Well, Raceway Flap is actually one of Hattok's best tracks. In fact, it's the best track, so yeah. Maybe that explains his good performance. I'm counting down.
Alright.
Alright,
So
next track is Moomoo Farm.
Yep. Moomoo Farm is definitely a track that has some variance to it. It has the only RNG in time trials that really... It's not the only RNG in time trials. There's the crabs at Koopa Troopa Beach. But Moomoo Farm is the only one where the RNG does really get in your way sometimes with the moles. So we'll have to see if they're going to risk going over any of those molehills or if they play it safe.
Yeah, it's for sure one of the tracks which divides the players. Either way, you hate the track or you like it. There's nothing in between. At least that's what I'm hearing most of the time. So this track can really go the one or the other way. So pretty good pick from Hattok in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll have to see how much they risk. Hattok's stream looks like he started a little bit early in the race, so keep that in mind when you're watching. Okay, so neither player electing to go over the moles on the first patch. Both had a little bit sloppy hill part right there. It's not an easy part. Alright, and then... So, wow, okay, they both risked going over that mole right there. I think they were trying to go between those outer two moles. Very close after lap 1.
Yeah, I think so. I can't imagine that this was intended.
Yeah, so I already forgot who had the lead, but it was 200s either way, so...
Yeah, but both players pretty clean so far. Really impressed.
Alright, they both made it through that time, so pretty close race. It seems like Rox might have... Yeah, Rox definitely had a better lap 2 that time, so he's got about a 0.35-ish lead.
Yeah. He went pretty aggressively on the last set of moles. He didn't went the safe path. I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but
yeah he's definitely having some trouble here.
Yeah.
Oh, he drove. I think Hattok might actually have this. He definitely gained time on lap 3. Yep. Nice closer.
Yep, very good job. I don't know if Hattok really had a fast lap, but I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like.
Right, so that's track 2 for Hattok. I counted them down already.
Yep, that's good. Okay, next
Alright,
track is Toad's Turnpike, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So we will see a lot of MTs, so mini turbos, which these players try to execute as fast as possible on this track. It's a pretty easy track in terms of the design of the track, but there are some cars which are going around the track on cycles. So if you know your pace, then you know roundabout where these cars will be. But if you get hit by one, then this pattern can change and it can get pretty nasty on some spots. So let's see how these players will get through these cars.
breaknrox started just a tiny bit early, so again, keep that in mind as you're watching. Another thing is that, I don't know if you mentioned this, but they can use their mushrooms basically anywhere. So Hattok already used one, so he might be a little bit ahead, but that could be a false positive kind of thing. Like, Rox might actually be behind on the track, but with an extra mushroom. Oh, and Hattok messes up a drift, so he hits a bus, which is very unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. He kind of tried to make the drift, but couldn't get the jump, and so he went straight into the car. So yeah, pretty unfortunate.
All right, Rox using his mushroom. CV, is your did you figure out the commentary restream? Are you seeing this live, or are you watching
I'm
on
not seeing
Twitch?
this live, unfortunately, but if you haven't commented one part, then I know when it happened. It's okay.
All right, so I don't know if breaknrox has the restream open, but if he does, then he should be just trying to play carefully here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure. I think when we had our match, I'm not sure if he looked at the restream. So this can be tricky. If you know you're in the lead, okay, you think, okay, now we're going safe. You don't have to worry about, but that can lead to some mistakes.
Yeah, for me, it's always a debate, like how much do you want to try to focus on the other runner in the restream, because like there's enough nerves and pressure that goes into this as it is. And the more things that you add to your plate to think about, the more stressful it can be. So
yeah, the chat is just asking which runner has the better times. This is definitely Alex. So pretty much, or not pretty much, but all of his times in time trials are better ranked than Hattok's times. But in a one-try match, everything can happen. So as you can see, the score is already 2-1 in favor of Hattok. So yeah, Hattok's doing a pretty good job so far, I have to say.
yep, just made that unfortunate mistake. That happens to that's happened to me in one-try matches on lap 1. That bus that's on the right, hitting that. All right, so it is now 2-2 in our first set. Do you want to talk about the rules for the track selection?
Yeah, the runners can choose out of all the tracks. So if you pick a track, then in general it's a 3-lap attempt. You can choose once per match a joker or one of the jokers. one of the joker is a flap joker or a fast lap joker, which will be on the first lap. And the players can use all their mushrooms on this lap. So they try to get the best possible lap time on lap 1. And then we have the shortcut joker, which they also can choose once per match, every player. And all the shortcut tracks are available. So yeah, they can do a 3-lap shortcut with this joker.
Alright, we have Bowser's Castle up next. Hattok's third pick of the match. Another high variance pick, so I think in general, because Hattok's times are ranked lower, you're going to see him picking the more high variance tracks. So as you can see, the thwomps there are guarding the entrance to the hallway room, and it's definitely easy to hit those. In this one-try league, you're not allowed the use of ghosts. Trick that you can do if you're using a ghost, if you park a ghost, so like let's say you are doing a run and you're trying to set a ghost. If you park in the room with those thwomps, then the ghost will track those thwomps and the thwomps will just sit right on top of the ghost. Whereas in a one-try league, you don't have the option to use a ghost. So it's basically harder to do this track in a one-try. So far, both players are pretty clean. Rox has a 0.5-ish lead.
Yep. Well, I definitely have to go farther around.
Oh my god.
Thwomps.
Wow, breaknrox falling into the lava. That's very unfortunate.
No.
He was going on the bridge and just kind of drifted too far to the right after the last thwomp from him. So Hattok with a big lead now.
Yeah, maybe told Alex or breaknrox that he is cold and he wanted to make a hot tub, but this is definitely not what you want. Very unfortunate. So again, let's see if Hattok can keep his nerves together and finish this.
So all he has to do is not fall on them, basically, and it was a little hairy there, but he made it. He could also fall in on this bridge also, but he probably won't. Yeah, he keeps it nice and clean. So he's going to be on set point after this track. So it's going to be up to breaknrox to win his pick, and then if he wins that, then Hattok will have a final pick to decide the set.
Okay. breaknrox chose Wario Stadium, which is also a very popular pick for the higher ranked player, as it's a very technical track and a very long track. It's the second longest track in the game, so all the MTs and mini turbos you're doing and keeping a tighter line, which better players tend to do, will add up in the end, and most of the time the higher ranked player will win these tracks. But there are a couple of tricky parts, like the shroom spot and flip-flop MT, for example, which we will see later. And you can mess up there pretty badly and tumble on the wall, which loses a lot of time. So let's see.
Boost, it is actually faster when you're using a mushroom or during the start boost to drift while you're doing it. But it is hard to do in this track, so that's why Hattok wasn't doing it. Gains about 0.1 to do that, maybe a little more.
Yeah, that's just one example of the little details which the higher ranked players are just more consistent of and will add up in the end.
Rocks the early lead here by about 4-ish seconds, maybe. Maybe no,
yeah,
maybe
more
like 3 seconds.
Yeah, maybe. That's what I was talking about. So very unfortunate. You saw on Alex's side the flip-flop MT, And Hattok didn't do it because it's really a very technical, hard MT to do. You have to be quite fast on the MT execution. So very well done from Alex or breaknrox.
I should mention that this track is one of the more popular shortcut tracks, or at least one that everybody knew about when they were kids. So this league is non-shortcut with the exception of the Joker picks that CV mentioned earlier. So they can't, like, breaknrox could jump that wall in the beginning, but not in non-shortcut. So he is about a 2.7 second lead. And so if he doesn't crash, it's going to look pretty good for him, but you never know.
Yeah, we have to wait. The shroom spots always can happen something there. And if Alex goes for the, or breaknrox goes for the flip-flop MT, then there's always a chance that he can mess up there. The chat was asking if this is NTSC or PAL. This match is run on PAL. And all of the League 1 or Division 1 matches will be on PAL in the beginning, and the other divisions will decide before if they play on PAL or NTSC. But we can only stream matches which are on both on the same system. So yeah.
I think, is this Hattok's first PAL match? Hattok is a NTSC player and only just got PAL.
Oh, okay. I don't know that. What was his first match? I think he played. Keith already. I'm not sure. Let's see.
He played Armin last week, No Harmony. So maybe he was on PAL for that one. I'm not sure.
I can't remember. Okay, so far as I can tell, I'm a little bit behind, as I can't see the live stream, but both players kept pretty clean, as I can tell.
Rox is just, again, trying not to mess up. As long as he doesn't crash, he should be fine. And then we would go to the decider for this set. So here's the shroom spot, and he takes it relatively safe, so he's looking pretty good. He can still tumble on some other walls too, so it's not totally out of the woods. He nails the flip-flop MT, good for him. That definitely is a challenging part.
Yeah, very nicely done. I think on all 3 laps.
Yeah, very good. Alright, so here comes Rox around the final bend, and he's going to take it. 4:26, pretty good time. That's within a second of the God time, and this is one of the harder God times for sure.
That is a very, very good one try, I have to say. I just grinded this track. Of course, I'm not that good. I'm about the level of Hattok, and I had like, my PR is like a 28 or something, so this is really impressive.
Alright, looks like our Hattok is taking us to DK's Jungle Parkway, which again is another high variance track. We have several spots of variance. You have the ramp jump. If you jump too far to the left, then you'll fall in the water. But if you're jumping a lot to the right, then you're not going to get. It's very slow to do that. And then the cave as well. If you go too far to the left in the cave, you can crash and not make it up. But if you go too far right, then that's really slow. So this is another good pick from Hattok, and it'll be quite interesting to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, just a lot of parts where you can mess up when you're nervous or when something goes just not the right way. You can also get stuck on in the jungle, I would say, on the wall when you try to cut the grass. Or yeah, there are some bumpy parts also where you can miss an MT or mess up your slide.
Another thing I should mention. Sorry, is it? This is the laggiest track in the game, and here they're doing their first jump. It looks like Hattok had a better jump, so he was going to shroom earlier. But I should also mention that Hattok, because he's playing zoomed out, the track will run faster for him, very slightly. So if you notice, his timer will actually go faster than Rox's timer. They're both. The race is still completely fair, and it doesn't actually impact what time you get. But it just means that Hattok will have his timer will move slightly faster, so he might seem like he has a lead and might actually not, depending. It's close race, 0.8 after the first lap.
Yeah, Hattok had a very sketchy cave exit, I think. Took him very long to climb up that hill.
Oh, Hattok, did he go too far left? He did, unfortunate. Falling in the water, so let's see if he gets put down. Oh, he gets put down before the ramp, so it's looking good here for Rox. All he's got to do is not fall into the water and not mess up that cave. But he, even if he does have the restream on, there's going to be a delay, so he has to. He's not automatically going to know to drive safe.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very unfortunate for Hattok, but you never know. Let's wait until the end. You don't want to jinx it, of course. Also, when Alex misses one of the cave exits or the climbs on the cave, could also lose him a very, very big amount of time.
Oh wow, he gets himself trapped in the bush, so he's gonna give Hattok a chance to catch up here. Can he turn around quickly enough? Wow. Hattok makes it over, so okay, Rox still has a lead. It's a Twitch delay. It's just the fact that, yeah, there should be about, from what I remember, a 30 or 40-second delay. So,
yeah, something like that.
Wow, very sketchy cave. He didn't get a mini turbo up the cave, but he manages to bring it home. Quite a sketchy race from both players, but breaknrox takes the first set 4-3.
Yeah, very good job on Alex. But also very good track picks from Hattok, I have to say. So he basically picked all the high variance tracks. So he just went all out on the first set to try to steal one of the sets, and it almost worked out for him.
Alright, so as the loser of the first set, Hattok has the first pick in the second set. And he's picking Choco Mountain. You want to talk about Choco Mountain?
Yeah, Choco Mountain is also like, I don't know, I don't like Choco Mountain, I have to say. It has some very tight corners. You don't have a lot of room for making slides and straight MTs or stretched straight MTs. And yeah, pretty technical track, I would say also. And in there's not much RNG to it. I think the boulders are on cycles. You can get crushed by the boulders. It's very uncommon, but it can happen, which can lose a very, very big amount of time as you get crushed and the animation goes. You have to go to your normal size again. So I hope none of these players get crushed, by the way. And you can also lose some time in the end where you go over the hills. We will see if they get so-called clean hills, so they go really smoothly into the grooves of the hill. And yeah, let's see.
Alright, so Hattok using his first mushroom around the second turn, the long turn to the right. We'll see if breaknrox uses his there. You can also use it after this fence part that's coming up right here. So we'll see if he does use it. Both shroom strats are about the same speed. The one that breaknrox used is maybe slightly slower, but it's also easier. breaknrox at the 0.48 lead after lap 1. Both players playing a little bit safe in the tunnel. You can do a mini turbo a little bit earlier than they did it, and it saves time, but it's hard to do and can run you into the wall sometimes.
Yeah, it seems like breaknrox is playing it pretty safe here.
Oh, Hattok got a nice speed boost there. Went soaring over this hill, so Rox adds another 0.1 to his lead, so he's now 0.58 ahead. So he's looking pretty good, but it's not insurmountable. Hattok doing the extra mini turbo on lap 3.
I don't know if he has the restream, but this would be very risky if he saw that he is just a little bit behind and tries to grind out every MT now to catch back to breaknrox.
It looks like he's having a pretty good lap 3, but Rox is also playing solidly, and as long as he doesn't crash here, probably going to take it. Yeah, 159. Hattok recently got PAL. I'm not sure if that's an overall PR for him or if maybe it's just a PAL PR. Alright, so Rox takes the early lead in set 2.
Yeah, that was not his PR, I think. But I think he's using another cartridge.
Well, I think it might be just because he only just got his PAL cartridge. Actually,
yeah, I think so.
Checking the main site here, he only has a couple PAL times listed, so I actually wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think his PR is 159.23, so shouldn't be his PR. Okay, we're going to Calamari Desert. So, yeah. Also, a track where some things can go wrong, as you have to be fast enough to go before or after the trains, which are also running on cycles on this track. So maybe we will see different strats on both of these players. We already saw that Hattok used one of his rooms already in the beginning, and breaknrox jumped.
So Hattok is using all 3 mushrooms to beat the first lap 2 train. He should be slow enough to avoid the first train on lap 3, but that can be a problem, depending on how fast you're going.
Yeah, sometimes you are too fast. That just recently happened to me and I was very surprised. I was a little bit too fast and I had to brake for the first train. Or the second one, I don't know, on lap 3. So...
I'm guessing Rox will probably use a 1-1-1 shroom strat.
Yeah, we will see. I'm very curious what he's doing.
Alright, so he does use his second mushroom over the sand. It is faster to use your mushroom there all 3 laps if you can handle it with the trains.
It's a lot riskier as you have to be very confident in your speed. So it seems to be that breaknrox is very confident in his speed, so he's using the hardest strat, but also the faster one.
Alright, so both players arriving, going around the train. Hattok had to swerve into the sand a little bit. I think Rox is going to have the advantage here with the extra shroom.
Yeah, definitely. If he doesn't mess us up, then it should be fine.
Yeah, so Rox comes back on the road early. It's possible to kind of get stuck in the wall a little bit here, but he avoids it and is going to be taking the second track for set 2. So he's looking stronger, maybe a little bit stronger in this set. A 206.83, an excellent time. That's almost the god standard in a 1 try. Very, very strong.
Yeah, very impressive time. Again, very good 1 try. Next track will be Frap Snowland. So another pick from Hattok, and it doesn't surprise me, I have to be honest, because it's another pretty risky track, as you can drive into some snowmen over there if you mess up the shroom spot, where most of the time you use your shroom to jump over a pretty big hill. And after that jump, there are a couple of snowmen, and if you are very skilled, then you go between these snowmen. But if you just miss the angle up a little bit, then you can hit the snowman, and this will cost a lot of time. I'm not sure how much. Maybe Dan knows the answer.
Seconds, probably closer to 3, I think.
Okay.
All right, so looks like Hattok started a little bit early. He's got a 2-second stream advantage. They've been pretty well synced for most of the match, so I'm not going to try to adjust it because then we would have to keep worrying about it. You can see right there, so both players using their mushroom and going between the snowmen, and they both made it fine. Rock's probably a little bit cleaner. He does hit the wall there. That will slow him down. We'll see their lap times after lap 1. 41.30 to 41.37. So Hattok actually with the 0.07 lead. Looking strong so far. Just misses the snowman. That was a close call right there.
Yeah. It is faster to go through or between the snowman and the snow. You will get a better line, but it is sometimes very risky if you go out of the last corner. A little bit sketchy.
So there was a couple interesting things that happened right there. Hattok just barely missed the snowman to the third snowman to the right. breaknrox didn't get all the air on the mushroom. It seems kind of random how that works. Not getting as much air sometimes, and he almost came to a complete stop. But he did gain 0.43. So he is going to be taking about a 0.35-ish lead, I think, 0.36. So it's going to come down to the shroom here in lap 3. If Rox messes up, or if Hattok's got a super good shroom, and so does breaknrox. So Hattok's going to need some luck here. He hits the wall, so it's looking like breaknrox is going to take this. And yeah, so Rox takes this with a 2:03.11. And he's already going to be on set point here. So he's definitely, don't know, maybe it was nerves in set 1, but he's playing super strong in set 2. Hattok playing well as well, but Rox, you're definitely seeing the advantage in the timesheet. Rox is ranked a pretty decent amount higher.
Yeah, for sure. But I have to say, the time here on Fraps Nolan was very, very close. So again, GG to Hattok. Very nice race. And Alex, or breaknrox, is bringing us to Banshee Boardwalk. This is, yeah, I would say a good choice from breaknrox, as there's not much or no variance at all at this track. It is also not very risky. You can mess up, fall into the water, get stuck on a fence maybe, but I think it's a good closer for this set for Alex if you can stay clean here. And yeah, this track is really all about staying close to the fence, getting fast in teeth, tight lines, and we will see how risky these two players will go. There are also, is also some crack jump in the beginning and also in the bat house. So let's see if this goes.
So looks like Hattok is going to be using his mushroom on the last turn. Just slightly slower, but also safer. It looks like Hattok started his race about a half second or so early. So we'll see how they come out here after this mushroom from Hattok. I think Rox is a slight lead. Yeah, he's got a 0.34 lead. Oh, Hattok, pretty risky crack jump right there. Almost fell in. Yeah, so again, like, you can gain time here based on how risky you take these jumps, but you can also end your run based on that. Rox also doing one extra mini turbo, straight stretch mini turbo before the ramp up, so he's definitely taking a lead. Looks like he missed an MT, but We'll see how Hattock's shroom is.
Yeah, but again, very, very clean from both players until now. So no major hiccups, no major mistakes.
Yeah, very nice lap from Rox. He's got gained another 0.8 or so. So he's over a second ahead now. A little bit close to falling in there for Rox. And this part is always scary. This... Oh my gosh. Wow, Rox messed up on the zigzag and almost fell in. Had to play very, very clutch to save that on lap 3. And he winds up saving his mushroom. So now, we're gonna see how they both do on this last shroom. If Rox hits the wall, he might lose a race, but came through clean, and so I think he's gonna win big by virtue of starting his race later, and he does. So that's gonna be the second set for breaknrox. Very, very clutch save there in the zigzag part.
Yeah, that was so close. I just saw it and it was like, oh my god. I couldn't believe that he saved that one, to be honest, because if you bump that wall at this point, it is so hard to adjust. So that was also kind of lucky because it can really go wrong and you can't control it. But yeah, very good job from breaknrox to control this.
Oh, I realized I already clicked that Rox is the winner for the match. I didn't realize that that's what that did, but I think we're... Yeah, I thought that was
not yet.
That was... I must have done that after set 1. Let's see if I can fix this.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, just trying to update the set score as well.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so now after the second set, their tracks do pick... their track picks reset. So Hattok can now pick anything. He's taking us to Sherbet Land.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, you want to talk about it. So I know you're behind with the stream, so you might as well.
It's fine. Yeah, another pick from Hattok, and I'm not very surprised, as it's again kind of a risky track. There are 3 crack jumps where you can easily fall into the water if you miscalculate your MT or the slide. And there are also the cute little penguins, which are on cycles, but if you mess up a little bit, then these cycles can get a little bit weird and you don't know exactly where these penguins are. So in the first lap, most of the time you go between the... When you shroom in the cave, I mean, you go between the penguin and the wall, and then we will see how fast these players are, if they can go inside of the penguin. And yeah, I hope no one of these players will fall into the water, as this costs a crazy amount of time. I think it's like 7 seconds, or is it less? I'm not sure.
I think it's about 8 actually.
It's really
good track jump on lap 2.
Yeah.
Oh really wow, Rox just misses the penguin. Interesting to note that there were shortcuts recently discovered on this track by Forest64, who is a tasser that is basically like completely destroying the game, finding new shortcuts. However, and of course it involves, you know, slamming into those cute penguins to land inside the wall and like clip through the wall. But that shortcut is not, we're not using that for this tournament. And yeah, Hattok, knowing that he needs to go aggressive, messed up a little bit on lap 2. It's too risky and winds up falling in the water. So looks like Alex would probably take this and basically.
Yeah, he should be. Oh, he adjusted at the shroom, so he couldn't get the perfect line, but this should, after all, be enough lead to bring this one home.
Alright, Alex taking it with the 159 flat. And he's taking us to Mario Raceway. Interesting pick from breaknrox, because this track is also a pretty variant track. You have the mushroom cut, towards the beginning of the lap, where if you go a little too far to the right, you'll hit the penguin. You'll hit the piranha plant, and you'll get stuck, or you might hit the wall. Yeah, this race, they could also elect to go all the way around the mushroom, but that's a decent amount slower.
Yeah, most of the time that's my strat, as I'm very inconsistent on this mushroom cut. But I think we will see both players do it. I'm very curious. So, yeah, that's a very short track. I think it's the shortest track. So, yeah, can be over very fast if you mess up or get stuck on the wall. Some weird things can happen. And one of the hardest lap standards in the game. So if you are grinding this game for quite a while, then you want to get the God standard. And Alex, not too long ago, did this exactly at this track, and it took him a lot of attempts to get it, because it's just so hard to gain time here.
You can see that going inside the mushroom there saved Hattok quite a bit of time on lap 1, so he's going to be risky. And okay, so Rox goes for the mushroom cut 2 on lap 2. He had a slightly cleaner one than Hattok did, but he's still going to be a little bit behind, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But shoutouts to Hattok that he's going the aggressive strat. Really nice.
Yeah, he actually still had a faster lap than Rox, so really strong race for Hattok so far.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he hit the plant, but makes it anyway. That's scary. Alright, very strong race from Hattok here. Looks like if he can avoid hitting the wall, he's probably going to take it. And he comes through with a 1:30.29. Insanely good time from Hattok there for a one-try Mario Raceway.
Yeah.
Trying to pull himself back in.
This is sick, dude. This is really, really good. I didn't expect this one, because normally the stronger player wins this track, just in general, from what I've seen. But yeah, this is really, really good game from Hattok. Shoutouts to him. And Hattok is taking us to Wario Stadium shortcuts. So he is using the first Joker of this match. And yeah, this shortcut can be pretty tricky. It can be very, very fast if you can do it right, but yeah, you can get stuck at the wall, miss the jumps, and get stuck there forever. At least that's how it looks when I try to do it. And yeah, we will see. And Hattok is, I think, the more experienced shortcut player. breaknrox is not the biggest shortcut fan. I know this. I know this exactly, and yeah, we will see.
All right, so yeah, Rox made it over the first jump quicker, but then they're both struggling a little bit on the second jump. You can get what's called zero frame tier, which means that if you hit the wall on the wrong frame, then there's actually no chance that you can make it over. It's more likely to happen when you're going faster, so you do need a certain amount of speed to make it over the wall, but if you're going too fast, you can actually get unlucky. It's a pretty even race so far. Poor Toad. Okay, Rox makes it over. Will Hattok join him? He does too, so final lap, it's pretty close here. Rox misses the first jump, and Hattok takes a small lead. Can he clutch it out? And Hattok is going to take the race. Good last lap from Hattok. Very, very close. Wow. A 1 second difference in a shortcut Joker like that is pretty crazy. Hattok clutching it so easily in this set.
This is really insane. You can't ask for more in a match like this. So such a close time in Wario Stadium shortcut is very rare. So very cool to see. But really congrats to both players, as this shortcut is not easy, and they both got it pretty clean, I have to say. Okay, I just counted down the players for the next track, and big surprise, we are going to Warrior Stadium. So we will see the same track, but not on shortcut. I think this is one of the tracks where the normal driving around is, and the shortcut is like a crazy difference. So if you get the shortcut right, then it's one of the fastest tracks. Maybe not with the newest shortcuts, but yeah, the driving around for sure is the second longest track. So Alex picked this track again already in set 1 or 2, I'm not sure. So it was a pretty dominant lead there. So we will see if he can replicate this his driving from the previous attempt.
Yeah, I'm right now. The set scores and stuff is not working for me. I can't mess it up. I don't know if you can fix it, or if you know how. I'm gonna try to rejoin it.
Okay. So the score is right now
two games to 1 for this set, and it's 2 sets to 0 for Rox.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know if it's correct now. No.
You.
Oh. Okay, now it's right. I don't know why, but it is.
In here, on the stream, it's still messed up. I don't know. It says it's disconnected, so I'm not sure if I can fix this.
So what is the current score? I think I can fix it.
Okay, wait. Let's see. Alright, Hattok shouldn't have a set. The current set score is correct.
The set score is correct, but the no, I think the track score is right.
The track score is right. It's just Hattok, for some reason, his score is
I see. Okay, now it's connected again, so maybe it works again. Okay, let's look at the race. I think, yeah, Hattok is quite some time behind. Couldn't follow the blue race too much, but I think none of these players messed up a lot. So I think it's just the better driving from breaknrox, which gave him this lead. And I would say it's around about 3 to 4 seconds, his lead, from what I can see.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can fix this.
It's fine, you try to fix it.
But it's, yeah, it just seems stuck. Like, it says Hattok has -1 sets score for me right now.
Yeah, for me too. So I just typed in 0, but that doesn't seem to work. Here. Okay. Okay, we will just let the audience enjoy this race and try to figure out how to fix the set score. For me on both windows it says 2-0, so I don't know where the problem is. So now it should be 2-2, if I'm correct. Oops, I'm sorry. Sorry for the technical problems.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. I mean, it seems like the set score is not going to get fixed, probably. But if you guys keep in mind that Hattok actually has not won a set right now, so it is 2 sets breaknrox to 0 sets Hattok.
Yeah,
trying to work on
very
this.
Very strong time again from Alex. I think both of these runners had pretty clean runs. Yeah, it looks like it. I think Hattok messed up lap 1 from what I can see. And we will go to Moomoo Farm again. So Hattok is really playing all the high variance tracks as much as possible. So Moomoo Farm, for the new viewers here, has a lot of beautiful moles who are coming out of the mole holes. And you don't know when this happens, so it's completely random. And we will see if these players will go a risky line and go over the moles, which is faster, but as I already said, can be very risky, because when the moles hit you, it will cost you like 2 to 3 seconds. And yeah, in the previous match, or in the previous set, Hattok chose this track already, and he won this one. So I'm very curious how this one will turn out.
Alright, they both drive through clean on lap 1. Looks like breaknrox is a very small lead. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore the set score thing right now. It doesn't seem like I'm able to fix it.
Yeah.
Alright, they're coming to the hill part on lap 2. They both mess up a little bit. Still pretty close race. Ooh, Rox almost hits a mole there. Oh, and he does hit a mole on the shroom. So that's going to allow Hattok to take a lead.
Nice.
As long as
okay, so
and he's going to be good.
Wow, this is kind of the pretty much the same story of the first time they did this track.
And Hattok makes it clean. So he's going to take the 3rd track of this set, and he's going to be at 3 tracks to 2, again on set point, so he can claw his way back here.
Wow, okay. This is really, really a close match. I have to say, this is really entertaining and very, very fun to watch. And yeah, Hattok is playing, I don't know, he's making the best track choices in my opinion, to go all out and risk everything with these high variance tracks. And next we will see Luigi Raceway, so pretty much the exact opposite from what we've seen right now. So a very, very easy track in terms of the track itself, but a very, very hard track to get a good rank time, as breaknrox just recently experienced, because he tried to get his last God standard on this track, which is arguably one of the hardest, and I think it took him like 10 days grinding this track, maybe 30 hours or even more, to finally get the God standard here.
Yeah, for me it was the last one I got as well.
Yeah, so this track basically is all about staying very, very clean, so as close as possible to the sand or to the side of the wall in the tunnel. Getting good shrooms is also very crucial to get a good time here. So on the first lap or on the second lap, both of these players will try to shroom and get a so-called mystery boost. So they try to hit the wall, and ideally the wall releases the MT, other than the players releasing the MT. And this will cause a little boost in speed. So this ideally happens on this one shroom, single shroom. And we will see if these players will use the other shrooms on lap 2, which is the commonly used strat.
Very close race so far. Hattok had a .09 lead after lap 1. Rox gained .14 that time, so it is very close, within half of a tenth.
Okay, it looks like a very close race again.
Hattok's trying his own strategy to fix the set score bug. Just actually make it 2 sets to 1. Oh, Rox hit some sand, but he seemed to have a slightly better lap 3 otherwise. So did he take it? Yeah, Hattok definitely didn't have the best lap 3. Rox very good lap 3, and he takes it. So back to 3 all.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed again with Hattok's driving here, as this is, well, for Luigi Raceway, it is quite a distance from 2.0 to 1.59, but still very clean, no major hiccups, no big nerves, so very, very nice driving. And Hattok will bring us again to DK Jungle Parkway, but he's using the Flap Joker, which means fast lap. So both of these players will try to get the fastest lap possible with all 3 shrooms, and they will do it on lap 1. So this is actually the ideal strat to do this flap, as you can cut some grass in the beginning with the start boost. And again, a little bit of a high variance track, as the ramp jump is very crucial here to get a good time. And we saw already before that you can mess it up pretty bad and fall into the water. I think it happened to Hattok.
Just wanted to jump in here. This is match point for Rox if he wins this.
Yep, match point.
They both had pretty similar jumps, it seems like. It's a little hard to tell because Hattok zoomed out. They both used both mushrooms after the jump. It's going to come down to this cave shroom. Rox looks like he's a bit ahead. And breaknrox takes the match 3 sets to 0. Both players in for an interview. Good match from both players. Hattok definitely had a tall order, trying to beat Rox with such a in the time trial rank, but he won quite a few tracks and almost took 2 sets. So really strong match from both players.
Yeah, GG to breaknrox for winning this one, but also big GGs to Hattok, as he did a very, very good job to make a good fight. And yeah, almost got 1 or even 2 sets. So really, really impressive. We're trying to get both players into an interview. They both agreed. So let's see if we can do that.
Did you have to send an invite, or did they send one?
I
Mike,
think
check.
they're sending this because Alex already is in, or at least in the... Yeah, now he should be in.
Yeah, Alex, congratulations.
Hey guys, how you going? Thanks, Hattok. Really good race, man. GG.
Yeah, congrats.
I think we're still trying to get Hattok in.
Yeah. Just tried to write to the guys from SpeedGaming. Ah, okay, we need to mark him as complete.
Alright, I just did that.
Okay.
Oh, he should be.
what's up?
Hey,
Nice.
Hattok.
Hey guys.
Hey, great race, breaknrox. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was for set 1 and 3. That was awesome. It really was.
Yeah, that was awesome
Yeah.
race. Yeah, I was that you would definitely get set 1 or set 3 and make this really.
Yeah, I
close.
needed those.
I got really lucky, I think it was the DKJP on the first set, the last track.
Yeah, I really, if it wouldn't have set me back up on the ramp, I think I probably would have taken it. I had no idea at that point that you had hit the tree and got stuck for so long until it was over. But it was just unfortunate. I just went a little, just barely too aggressive on the jump and didn't pay off. I was clenching for that one. But yeah, I was thinking maybe I should have used my Joker in set 1 instead of waiting for the set 3 to really hope for something. Or maybe I could have done a fast lap on something else. DKJP was kind of like already a high variance, and then throw the fast lap in there was kind of hoping. But you did great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was a really,
But
really
you
good match.
but you did a very good job, Hattok, in choosing all the high variance tracks right in the beginning and as
Yeah.
often as you could.
Absolutely.
So Alex
Yeah,
was
it kind
a
of
lot of pressure.
put me into a corner on set 2 though, and he whooped me on that one. But as soon as they came back, I had some picks again that I felt
Yeah,
a little bit more
exactly.
comfortable on.
Nice. And also good use of the jokers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Warrior
That was a
Stadium.
close shortcut race on Mario Stadium.
Yeah, Warrior Stadium was insane. It was like 1 second or something between you guys.
Yeah, that was
and
wild.
on a shortcut and on Warrior Stadium, this was really incredible.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was interesting. I knew like all low variance tracks he was gonna whoop me, so I was just kind of hoping for some more mistakes. But really, what I was really glad for was just how like I was like within a second of him. It was not what I expected. I would have expected it to be way behind him. I've only been playing PAL for a couple weeks, so this has been like my real test on consistency with it. I'm looking pretty good.
Well, you
Oh,
were
yeah,
also
we were
close
just
at a couple
wondering.
low variants. Like Luigi Raceway, you were leading after 2 laps, I think, or it was close. And then Fraps Snowland, you had a lead after lap 1. So
Yeah, they're just little mistakes really mean a lot. So I hit the grass on Luigi Raceway on the beginning of lap 3, and I was like, ah, crap, because I knew he was gonna do really well.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
call.
So Alex, what about your jokers, by the way? I think you didn't use one of your jokers.
You didn't need him.
I don't think I actually used my Jokers. I don't think I used the fast lap or the shortcut. I don't play a lot of shortcuts, so to even get like close to a minute on the Warrior Stadium shortcut is pretty.
Yeah. I was very,
Yeah.
very surprised.
Hattok played his picks very smart, and Moomoo Farm I'm absolutely terrible at. So good call on picking that one. I think you
Thank
got me
you.
on both those ones, and I think Mario Raceway you got me too. I went conservative. I didn't go for the mushroom cut on lap 1. For a 2 and 3, I thought that might have been enough, but yeah, no, well played on Mario Raceway as well.
Yeah, I was wondering how I got you on that one. Yeah, that's interesting. And usually I choke one of those cuts, so when you picked that, I was like, ah, crap, I'm not feeling confident at it. But I always go for it, regardless, because it's such a handicap not in going around, But
Yeah, I was wondering if Alex is watching your stream, Hattok, because he didn't did the mushroom cut on lap 1, and then on lap 2 he did it out of a sudden.
honestly,
So-
it's a smart pick on lap 1 because that would be the time I would choke, and maybe the stream lag might catch
Yeah.
it, so he would know. But It's still tough because Amar is such a short track.
Yeah. I actually didn't have the streams up because my computer lags a lot when it's up and streaming it. So
Makes sense.
I just had a really bad lap 1, and I thought, you know what, if he's got 3 from 3, I've got to go for it on that. It still wasn't enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like it. But very impressive driving from Hattok. Jeez.
I did a little pre-game looking at his time,
Analysis.
so I kind of knew that I wanted to go for Wario Stadium shortcut because he does actually have some pretty good rank times for a shortcut, but Wario Stadium was one where he wasn't. Surprisingly, I got 0 frames so many times that it was so close. Honestly, I thought I was going to lose it, and then I just pulled through on that lap 3. I was sweating on that one. Big time.
Match.
Yeah, it was a great match. Honestly, I thought it was going to be like a sweep, all 3 sets, so this was really exciting. And, I'm getting a little bit more consistent with Pal, so it kind of motivates me to keep climbing and get back into the top 100 that I keep falling out of. So it was great. GG, breaknrox.
Yeah, I think you did very, very well for playing that short time on PAL, and now probably you will bop me again in the rankings. And
That's your first match.
No, I played against Armin last week, which was also surprisingly close on some sets, but he took it for me too. So this was the second one, and next week is I have to go back to NTSC, so that's gonna be sweet. It doesn't bug me too much going from PAL to NTSC, but going back to PAL, I just end up charging a little bit too fast, and I miss changing smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough.
Yeah, but you will do fine.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. I think we can wrap it up here. It was a very, very exciting match. To be honest, I didn't expect it to be that close. But probably other players can take a look at Hattok's strategy here to pick all the high variance tracks against a better ranked player. So yeah, GG's to you both.
And thanks for commentating, Dan, CV. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. And the viewers, make sure to follow both of these players. They stream regularly. Especially breaknrox is streaming very often. And also have a look at Dan's games stream. He's currently ranked number 2 in the world, and yeah, it's very exciting to watch his streams.
I think we've got another race coming soon as well. Dan versus
Yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah, exactly. I
And
totally forgot. Yeah, I don't know the exact time, but it's coming up then. So
I believe that's tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. I have to double check. 10 o'clock Eastern time. It's hard trying to schedule a match with someone in Australia. But
yeah, this is difficult.
Bloody Aussie.
All right, guys. I think we can wrap it up.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. See you next time.
Yeah. See you guys.
see you.
Guys.
Good job, both of you.
Yeah.
All right, good night.